Hey, what's up, everybody? It's GleeCon, and I'm back again with another episode of Lore of Warcraft. Thanks for joining me. On the last episode, we read the final, or we watched and kind of talked about together the final episode in the Lords of War. Lords of War. That was a kind of a. Those were the intro videos that were set up to get everybody hyped in the year leading up to Warlords of Draenor. But they were events that were alternate timeline events that led up to the moment before the Dark Portal was open. So as far as our kind of side canon that we've been doing does fall in order. We are today going, or for this episode, we are here with Nessingwary, the old goat hunter that we had, and he is in Ironforge because we're going to do an in-game lore. This is a lore called Rise of the Horde. It coincides with the novel Rise of the Horde. It's basically what that novel is based on. We already read that novel. Check out those previous episodes. Check out the playlist Rise of the Horde if you want to see. I'm one of the few people out there that have a book on tape or audio version of it. But we're going to read the in-game version here. It's found in a few places. It's found in Durotar. But like over at the human base, it's also found somewhere here in the Ironforge library. So let's just see. Where is it? It says there it is over here on this right table. It's the Tan novel. So we're going to read this Rise of the Horde. Stay a while and listen. The orcs became increasingly aggressive under the secret control of Gul'dan and his Shadow Council. They constructed massive arenas where the orcs honed their warrior skills in trials of combat and death. During this period, a few clan chieftains spoke out against the growing depravity in their race. One such chieftain, Duratan of the Frostwolf clan, warned against the orcs losing themselves to hate and fury. His words fell on deaf ears. However, as stronger chieftains, such as Grom Hellscream of the Warsong clan, stepped forward to champion the new age of warfare and dominance. By Tony. Off there, His words fell on deaf ears, however, when Kil'jaeden knew that the orc clans were almost ready, but he needed to be certain of their ultimate loyalty. In secret, he had the Shadow Council summon Mannoroth the Destroyer, the living vessel of destruction and rage. Gul'dan called the clan chieftains together and convinced them that drinking Mannoroth's raging blood would make them utterly invincible. Led by Grom Hellscream, all the clan chiefs except Duratan drank and thereby sealed their fates as slaves to the Burning Legion. The chieftains unwittingly extended this subjugation to their unsuspecting brethren. Consumed with the curse of this new bloodlust, the orcs sought to unleash their fury on any who stood before them. Sensing that the time had come, Gul'dan united the warring clans into a single, unstoppable horde. However, knowing that the various chieftains like Hellscream and Orgrim Doomhammer would vie for overall supremacy, Gul'dan set up a puppet war chief to rule over this new horde. Blackhand the Destroyer, a particularly depraved and vicious orc warlord, was chosen to be Gul'dan's puppet. Under Blackhand's command, the horde set out to test itself against the simple Draenor. Over the course of a few months, the horde eradicated nearly every Draenor living on Draenor. Only a scattered handful of survivors managed to evade the orcs' awesome wrath. Flushed with victory, Gul'dan reveled in the horde's power and might. Still, he knew that without any enemies to fight, the horde would consume itself with endless infighting in its unstoppable appetite for glorious slaughter. Kil'jaeden knew that the horde was finally prepared. The orcs had become the Burning Legion's greatest weapon. The cunning demon shared his knowledge with his waiting master, and Sargeras agreed that the time of his revenge had finally come. And we have read that in oh so many forms, but that little snippet right there is in large part what the novel was predicated on, that story of what was happening on Draenor. Thank you, everyone, so much for watching, listening, and tuning into this episode of Lore of Warcraft. We will keep pumping them out, so go ahead and like, subscribe, join in on the comments, and all of that other good stuff, so that you can be part of this journey with us on the next episode of Lore of Warcraft. This one, in the pipe, 5x5.